Hello YouTube, Dustin here, Average Guy Hi-Fi. I've got another pretty cool set from a company that's really near and dear to my heart. This is probably, if I had to just pick and choose one final speaker for the rest of my life, it might be Klipsch, but there's some good contenders in there. My mains are Definitive Technology that I absolutely love too. So, but anyway, I grabbed this set on a couple different sources. I grabbed these are the Klipsch RB51s. All these are the original series, by the way, so not the Klipsch reference 2s. These are the original ones. So those are the whole set. They all match. These are the RB51s. These come with the 5¼ inch cerametallic copper woofer. Comes with the Tratrix 1-inch titanium horn tweeters. They are 92 dB sensitivity, and they are 8 ohm speakers. So I'll just kind of go through what I got. I got these, so a pair of RB51s. I grabbed the matching RC52 because that one has 2 of the 5¼ inch cerametallic woofers and the same exact matching tweeter. And then I also grabbed a pair of the RS42s. So those have 2 4-inch woofers and then 2 of the 1-inch Tratrix titanium 1-inch tweeters in them as well too. And I also grabbed the matching subwoofer, the RW10. Is the subwoofer, and it's not the one with the little digital display. I've owned those in the past, but this is the one that just has the dial on the side, no digital display on the top. So again, I've owned some pretty neat. There's a video of my RF63s in action off of an Emotiva amp that I uploaded way back in the day when I didn't know I was actually going to do a channel. But I've owned a lot of Klipsch speakers over the years. It's a brand that pops up on the used market regularly. They are very sensitive. You know, you don't need to have a whole ton of power to power them and have really good sound. But with that said, I've thrown some big power at these things as well. And basically it kind of opens them up is the only way that I can really describe it. It's hard to explain sound just through a video like this. But even these reference lines, which are rated to be pretty efficient, that center channel is 96 dB, which is a very efficient speaker. But if you give it a good power, like RMS style good power from like an amplifier compared to a receiver, they can really kind of they open up a little bit. That's the way I would be able to describe it. Not necessarily for smaller rooms, like my room's pretty small, I wouldn't notice a difference, but when you put these in bigger rooms and they're having to kind of be pushed to their limits of what the sound they can produce, then yeah, they like good power. That's the easiest way to describe it, even if they are pretty sensitive. So again, that set, I'm about $550 all in. The Average Guy Hi-Fi, that's not the best deal I've ever got by any means, but I wanted to keep these videos, so I kind of jumped on these and pieced them all together. So I can come up with this set. I've got my eye on some Andrew Jones Pioneer speakers that I'll probably be grabbing tomorrow, so I at least have some backups, and then I have some Definitive Technology speakers that I'm going to be reviewing as well too. So again, I'm going to keep these videos much shorter than that last one, so you guys stay interested. But the next clip will be me in there showing a movie clip and then kind of giving you some more information about the speakers and then giving you some close-ups of them in action. My plan now is probably to just go ahead and run the subwoofer. That was some of the feedback that I got, that people are like, hey, I want you to include the subwoofer shots too. Everybody likes watching those woofers go in and out. So what I'll do is I'll probably just run these I'll run these LFE plus main, so set the speakers to large and then have the subwoofer still kicking in. That way we can watch the woofers from these in action. We can also watch the woofers on the subwoofer in action as well too. There's only one woofer, but it's a ported design. So again, thank you guys for sticking in. I'm already up to 79 subscribers as of today. So thank you guys very much for the support. I've had a lot of texts, people reaching out to me, asking me questions. That's exactly how I'm going to get a footing in this thing. So please feel free to use my knowledge when it comes to the used audio market, and hopefully I can help you guys steer you in the right direction if you have like a couple receivers that you're trying to choose from, or if you have some speakers. Just kind of all the information that I've gathered over the last 20 years of doing this. So again, thank you guys for stopping by. Stay tuned for the fun part. All right, guys, well, here comes the fun part of the videos, what everybody kind of seems to like the most, and I know it's what I like the most as well, too. So, again, I'll kind of give you a rundown of what we got here. This is Klipsch RB51s. These had a MSRP of $389 when they came out for the pair. This is the older series. This is the original series, I guess I should call it. There was a reference 2 line that came out, but these are all reference, just the original Klipsch reference. This right here is the Klipsch RC52, the original one again. This one had a MSRP of $329. It has a 96 dB rating, and it has a Tratrix horn with a 1-inch titanium tweeter. This RB51 down here has 92 dB sensitivity, 8 ohms, the same as the center. These were $389 a pair. And then the last of the speakers themselves is the Klipsch RS42s. These are, again, the originals. These have dual 4-inch cerametallic woofers with 2 Tractrix 1-inch titanium tweeters on each side. And obviously I have 2 of them. The other one's over there. Sorry for the lighting equipment. And then the last of the set that I got was the Klipsch RW10. This is the original version. Again, doesn't have the little display on top, little blue display like the RW10D has. This right here had an MSRP of $599 when it came out. It is 260 watt RMS, 575 watts peak, and it's a ported sub. So again, the equipment is a Denon receiver here. I have it set for negative 15 dB on the meter. This is a Denon 3300 receiver, so it does 4K and all that. The movie scene that we're going to show you these babies in action is John Wick 3. This is the kind of one of the better fight scenes here. So it'll get these little speakers jumping around, so I'll be able to show you guys that. And then we'll cut over, once that part of the video is finished, we'll cut over and then I'll give you guys my average guy hi-fi score in the other room over there, kind of like a wrap up here. So here we go. This is John Wick 3. I will kind of show you some close-up of the woofers in action, and then we'll just kind of go from there. All right, so before I make the neighbors too upset there, I'll turn that down. That's louder than I would normally listen, but again, I wanted to kind of show you guys these woofers in action. They get jumping around pretty good. The sound is amazing. I mean, if you have a smaller place, this is probably just this little bookshelf system. As long as you have the correct crossover for the subwoofer, you don't really need to run towers. That Polk system, the Monitor Series 2 that I just reviewed, those had the tower speakers. So if you're comparing these sets just against each other, the Polks have a little bit bigger bass, I would say, but it's not a big difference. These sound very good. They almost scored exactly the same when it comes to my average guy hi-fi rating there. So read the description below too. That'll have all that information in there, and then we'll cut over from this point, and then I'll give you guys kind of my wrap up on the deal and then my impressions. So. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that clip of John Wick 3 in 4K. That movie has fantastic sound, highly recommended. If you still add media, then definitely pick that disc up because it's just got amazing sound effects. And these Klipsch original reference series 5.1 just did a fantastic job with that sound, with the bullets kind of zooming around you and all that. And that's just 5.1 speakers. You know, this is not the 9.2, the 11.4, whatever now that people are adding to their houses. So you could still get, I would recommend this system for places a little bit smaller. Like this place is only 700 square feet. That room out there is about 12 by 18, I think. So a very small, easy to pressurize room. That's kind of where this speaker set really shines. You know, you wouldn't be able to get these, I mean, these are only 4-inch woofers here in the surround speakers, so you don't expect a whole ton of bass. But as long as you cross everything over correctly, you know, go through, manually adjust all that stuff, make the subwoofer handle all the deep stuff and free up kind of the mids and the highs when it comes to the rest of the speakers. This is a fantastic set. You can really get some very close to movie theater quality experience with these little speakers. So again, the set consisted of 2 of the RB51 bookshelf speakers. It came with the RC52 center channel speaker. Came with these right here, 2 of the RS42 surround sound speakers, and then the original RW10 subwoofer. All in all, if you would have went to the store and bought these, it would have been $1,897 if you add up all the MSRPs on these. So still a good deal. Definitely nowadays it's hard to do that with this high quality speaker. So still a good deal back in the time. My price paid all in. I bought them from a gentleman. I bought it from a pawn shop, and one of the things came from Craigslist too. So I kind of mixed this set together because they were all matching, and it's pretty rare to be able to find them all at once. And again, I'm a very big Klipsch fan, so I was excited to kind of do this original reference series. I have way more experience with the reference 2 lineup and the RP lineup, so I'll be buying those as well too and reviewing them down the road. But for these a little bit older Klipsch reference speakers, this is it's not the greatest deal I've ever got, but it's still a good deal, and I'm hoping to be able to get my money back out of them. You know, I that's kind of the goal. If I start losing money on sets, I won't be able to do this kind of channel anymore. So hopefully I can just at least get my money back out of these sets and just put that money back in towards other sets. Like I mentioned previously, I'm going to be buying a Pioneer Andrew Jones set here probably over the weekend, which I'm really excited to test too. So that's kind of up next. So anyway, that's another review. Keep an eye out for it. So let me go through my average guy hi-fi scores here. When it comes to the quality, these cabinets are very well braced. The woofers have very good materials. That cerametallic woofer and the cabinets and everything are just high quality binding posts. It has the nice cloth magnetic grill, which is I'm a huge fan of the reference line. So quality, I gave this set an 8 out of 10. Very good. When it comes to the sound, I'm a big fan of Klipsch reference speakers. So again, I'm trying to hold back my fanboy mentality here, but for movies and video games, I think these things are pretty hard to beat with just your average receiver. You know, you don't have to have massive power to get these things to pretty high levels. With that said, they do gain kind of bigger sound when you put amplifiers behind them, especially if you're kind of maxing them out, getting close to their threshold of how loud they can play. You give them a little bit more power, they'll handle those loud volumes, especially if you cross that subwoofer over. So the sound, I gave them an 8.5 out of 10. Very good score there. The MSRP rating, at about $1,900 for the set, that's still a very good deal for such high quality speakers like this. You know, there's probably some room for improvement there. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 on that one. So this is really where the price paid. I think that I paid $550, which is a killer deal. Some of you are like, oh man, I wish I could get those for $550. But the way that this channel is going, I need to be able to get my money back out of these sets of speakers to keep putting it back into other sets of speakers to keep the reviews going. So this one I'm probably right on the edge. I'm hoping somebody out there that watches this video that ends up buying from me, which the last few people have. They saw my video and then they ended up contacting me and buying the sets, which is cool. I'm hoping that somebody sees the value in these. You will be hard-pressed to find a better sounding set of speakers on the used market than these at $550. So that's the money I have in. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10 on that one. So that was the lowest score of this set. The aesthetics, I'm a huge fan of these copper woofers. I've always been, the first time I saw them, I liked them. So, you know, that's 20 years ago. I mean, they started with the original reference series, which had like the black dust caps and all that stuff on them. They made the RB5s, they made the RF7s, the original RF7s, the RB3s, the RC3, the RC7, you know, a bunch of different high quality speakers too. So I'll try to grab a set of those in the future as well. But I like the copper. I gave them an 8.5 out of 10. So what does that all average out to? It averages out to an average guy hi-fi score of 78%, which is very good. I'm honest with my numbers, so I'm not just gonna, it's not like MMA where everything just maxes out. I'm going to have them on a scale. If something gets even in the 90s, it's going to be a really killer system if it hits up in that range. So I'm going to be picky about that, so we can at least be able to utilize the entire 100-point scale that I'm going to be using for this review. So again, average guy hi-fi score was a 78%. Very good set of speakers. Killer deal at $550. Keep an eye on your local Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. These things pop up all the time, especially since the new reference Premier line has come out. All the people that have had these speakers for 10, 15 years are like, maybe it's time for me to upgrade. So they're unloading these at reasonable prices. And again, that's the direction of this channel. I want to be able to kind of point out deals as they pop up, and then kind of give you guys some more information. And if somebody out there has these in their living room, you want to hear somebody else's opinion on them, well, here's mine. But that's kind of the whole point of the channel. I'm going to try to keep these videos shorter. That Polk video ran long, but this is kind of what I want to be doing. And again, I'm going to be buying those Andrew Jones Pioneer speakers, and then I'm going to be buying some Definitive Technology speakers as well. I've already got a few, so I'm building a Mythos set that I'll be reviewing. So just kind of doing this in my free time. It's a little bit busy at work right now, but I'm just running around at nights and on the weekends and grabbing gear and then kind of reviewing it after work on the weekdays. So thank you guys very much for sticking around. My subscriber count's up to 79. I'm super pumped about that. I know that doesn't sound very high compared to some of the big guys out there, but for how quickly this started and how low quality my original videos are and how I'm improving on every video next, then I think that we are on to something here, and I want you guys to be a part of this. Please give me your opinions if there's something that I'm doing wrong, or if there's something that you want to see, or if there's some speakers you want me to see if I'm having my used market that I can test. Just throw out some messages, comment, like the video, share it, whatever can help me grow this channel. I would really appreciate it. So again, this is Dustin, Average Guy HiFi. Thank you guys very much for sticking around.